As expected, we have won the South African Premier League title, and we won it by a street, with 6 games to play. And now we will turn our attention to the cup competitions, and there are still 2 of those which are up for grabs, and in particular the Champions League. And today we will be playing in the second leg of the quarter-final. I believe that we have a chance of winning the Champions League. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Rocking All Over the Globe, Part 39, Club 3, here at Sundowns in Pretoria in South Africa. And we have won the Premier League in South Africa. And we won it a while back, and I think there were 6 or 7 games to go when we finally made it to top spot in the Premier League. And we have now played 28 games, we have 76 points, and we are 17 points clear of Orlando Pirates. And Orlando Pirates have just 3 games to go, we have just 2 games to go. It is absolutely impossible for us to be caught, and we have won the title for the second time. And so in terms of the title, the only thing left to play for, as you can see, is that we have not lost, and we would like to keep that intact. An unbeaten league season would be absolutely fabulous to go with the title. It's not easy to do, and we still have 2 very tough games that we will have to manoeuvre before we can say that we've done it. Today, though, we're going to be focused on the Champions League, and we are going to be playing the home leg in our game against ES Tunis in the quarter-final second leg. And this is what happened in the first leg. An absolutely stunning 3-1 victory, 2 goals for Kumela, and what a player he is at 17 years of age. The second leg is not a foregone conclusion. They are a very good team, and we're going to have to be on our mettle if we want to progress to the semi-finals. Following that game, we will be skipping the game against Golden Arrows in the Premier League, and then we will be going to play Richards Bay in the quarterfinals of the South Africa Cup. And having beaten the top 2 teams in this competition, I'm hoping that Richards Bay will not pose too much of a problem and that we can progress to the semi-final of that competition. But before we go to have a look at what's been happening off the pitch and on the pitch, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then why not? Subscribe and hit that bell so that you'll be notified when we upload future videos in this series. And while you're at it, give us a like, because it's likes and comments that help drive the algorithm to show this video to people who don't even know we exist yet. Likes and comments are how you can really show your support for the channel. And so let's go and have a look at what has been happening on the pitch since you were last with us. And when you were last with us, we only had 1 game in that very strange episode, the time that we played TP Mazembe in the penultimate game of the Champions League Group D, and we beat them only just by 6 goals to 4. One of the craziest games that I have come across. It didn't leave us time to play the next game against Pyramids, so we played that off camera, and we beat them only just by 4 goals to 3. And so the Champions League had had a very strange ending, but a good ending for us. We then followed that with a 4-2 victory at home to Cape Town Spurs, and an away trip to Ubuntu Cape Town ended in a 1-0 victory. Then a home victory against Golden Arrows by 5 goals to 2. We certainly put them away in the South Africa Cup second round, and we followed that with a Premiership game against SuperSport United and beat them by 2 goals to 1. And then came the first leg of the Champions League quarter-final. We beat Tunis away by 3 goals to 1. And we followed that with possibly the worst result we've had in a long, long time. A home 0-0 draw against Chippa United, although we did field a very weakened team, very much a reserve team, and all bodes well for the future because that team was full of our young prospects. And so that brings us to today. We will be playing against Tunis in the Champions League quarter-final second leg. We will be at home. We'll play Golden Arrows off camera, and then we'll come back for the quarter-final of the South Africa Cup, where we will be at Richards Bay away, and hopefully we're going to progress through both competitions. And in some other news, as you will be aware, we will be having our best central midfielder, Makona. He will be leaving to go to Sheffield United at the end of the season. We have brought in a player to replace him. He is Matteo Alinvi. He is coming in from Kukariki, and he is a perfect replacement as a defensive mid and midfielder. Going to play him as a central midfielder on support. He's pretty decent for that role. He can tackle, he can mark, and he has good mentals. He is Beninese, and he is a very, very good player, and he will take up one of our 5 foreign slots, but we do have a number of those foreign players who will be leaving, and I hope I can keep that down to 2 or 3 this season, because it is tricky to manoeuvre. And so I think he will be a very good signing, and he will be joining us in July when the transfer window begins. So I think it is time we just go straight in now and we get into this quarter-final second leg. We are the home team now. We are 3-1 up. We are favourites now, I guess, although they are a very good team. I hope that we can win and progress. Let's go and kick some balls. And so because of the international break that has just preceded this game, we have a number of first-team players who are very, very tired. So I'm going to be reliant on a number of backup players to see us through. We are 3-1 up, and I'm hopeful that we can do it. We have a good, solid defence. We have Williams in goal with Gutierrez, Daruk, Makaba and Mashego at the back. Rivaldo, Maseko, Van Wyk in midfield, with Nkosi, Maema and Sayele up front. We are short up front, but it's at the back where we need to be solid. And I'm hoping that that's how it's going to prove to be. And if we can stop Tunis from getting hold of the ball and from creating too many chances, I think that we can go out there and we can get to the semi-finals of the Champions League. I think it was a very good win that we had away in the first leg. I think we were slightly lucky. We were not the better team, but we put away our chances, and we just got to hope that that's how it's going to pan out today. Can we put away our chances with a very weakened team, or are we going to allow this very good Tunis team back into this quarter-final? But that's well done by Maema, who's had a very good season. Can he find support? He does. He finds Rivaldo, who's one of my better buys. He looks for Maema. That's a lovely pass. Took it in his stride and finds Maseko to Mashego. Can he get it into the box? Yes, he can. Nkosi, who is deputizing today, he has put it away. And we do have so many good players who are capable of coming in, and when they are needed, they put on a show. Mashego from the back, lovely pass inside, and Nkosi tapped it in. Easy as that, and it's 1-0, and it's 4-1 on the tie. It's a great start. I couldn't have hoped for better, because now to win in 90 minutes, EST have got to score 4 times, and I can't really see them doing that, although they are very dangerous. They are a very good team. We've just got to defend very well, and here they come, Tunis, bringing it forward. And maybe we should be looking not to give away too many set pieces. Well tackled as Daruk finds Mashego, and it's all the way back to Williams. I'm looking at how they're not pressing us, and that is a good sign. We don't perform particularly well at the back when teams press us, but we just want to hold our shape, I think, and I'm going to ask the team to hold the shape because I have a feeling that they want to bring us forward. So I'm just going to ask, we are actually holding our shape in this game because I think they are trying to bring us forward and we don't want to be caught out at the back. I want us to stay deep, keep our shape and press forward when it's the right opportunity. As Van Wyck looking to get down the right, inside to Mayema to Sayele. Sayele with a shot, it's just past the post. It was almost 2-0. That would have put the game to sleep, but it remains 1-0. There's still only 15 minutes gone, and we are doing okay in this game. Can we get the second, though? The second goal will surely kill the game off. And we are not pressing the opposition. We're going to give them space. We feel that they are very quick, very good at carrying the ball, and so we don't want to be giving them pressing too hard and letting them go past us. We're going to hold our shape, and so far so good. It's working out. They don't look particularly threatening as we defend, and long may that continue into this game. And at the moment it's still 1-0 and we are totally in control. Lovely pass to Sayele looking for support. He finds Makeba, and this is how we play very slowly, pass it around and frustrate the opposition. And Rivaldo finds Mayema's having a good game. He's looking for Maseko, driving forward from midfield, and Maseko, who also has come in from Makona today, he has scored the second. It is now 2-0, and I think that's probably game up, even though second half syndrome could come into play in the second half. I think at 5-1, I think we are pretty safe now. Maseko with a brilliant run, driving into the penalty area. Nobody closed him down, and he said thank you very much, and he put that away. I just need to tell Rivaldo that I don't want him getting stuck in anymore. I need him to stay on his feet, because he is on a yellow card and we don't want a red card. We've done very well this season. I don't think we have had a single red card, and it has been an exceptional season. We are unbeaten in the league. We've just lost that one game in the cup, in the knockout cup, and that was really unbelievable how that's the only game that we've lost. We've been such a good side defensively. We don't want to let this go now, but they've made it 2-1. It's very similar to the first leg. And the referee's checking for offside. Is he going to be called offside? No, it's going to be awarded. And we have let Tunis back into the game. And they have made it 2-1. And I want to probably make some adjustments with regard to Haj Mohammed. I know he was onside. We don't need to see that. And so I have asked the boys to type mark this Haj Mohammed. He looked like he's getting too much space, and that's not a good thing. As we look to bring the ball forward again through Van Wyck. Van Wyck to Mayema. Can Mayema get it into the box? No, he can't. Headed back in. Van Wyck is looking to get on the end of it, but Tunis will look to bring the ball out. And we have intercepted. Sayele's in. He's not going to miss that. And it is now 3-1, and we are 6-2 up on aggregate. What a dreadful error at the back by Tunis, and we are beating the Tunisian side now by 6-2 on aggregate. I think it's game over. I wasn't expecting it to go this well. That was a dreadful error, and I would not have been happy if my players had done that. It is now Mamelodi Sundowns 3, Tunis 1, and are we going into the semi-finals of the Champions League here in Africa? The second Champions League trophy is up for grab. We have already won in Asia. Can we now win in Africa? And we are going to have a throw. Are we going to get a final goal before half-time as Mayema, who's having a lovely game today? He finds Gutierrez. Gutierrez has lost the ball but won it back. Can he get it into the box? No, he can't. He finds Rivaldo instead to Gutierrez into space, into the box. 4-1. It's game over. Sayele has finally put one in and put his second in. He did get one earlier, and he's just on hand to tap that in again. Lovely football again. We just pass it around. We just frustrate the opposition. Gutierrez, and how many players? 4 players waiting on the 6-yard line. And now it is 4-1 as we come up to half-time. 7-2 on aggregate. I think it's game over. We deserve to be ahead, boys. Let's get out. Let's go and win the second half as well. Let's not have one of these silly 7-5s that we've been getting ourselves used to. Let's win this match comfortably. but going forward, and here come Tunis, and second half syndrome did not take long to kick into effect, but Williams has picked the ball up at the back, and yes, second half syndrome did not take long, and you can see the switch in play. The momentum has totally switched to the opposition straight after half-time. This is a flaw in FM, but you can see they are gathering momentum, they are getting shots, they are creating so much now, and we have pretty much stopped playing. And so I think it's time to go and make a couple of changes. We'll do that after Tunis have scored their second, and there is a penalty now, and the second half syndrome is absolutely silly. They are checking for a penalty. I think this is the third game in a row I've given away a penalty, and they are probably going to make it 4-2 now. And I'm not quite sure what is wrong with the game, and I'm sure that a patch will sort out second half syndrome. I've never seen so many teams play like they're a different team in the second half, and we just come out and we have no idea how to play football. It's a strange thing, second half syndrome. It's now 4-2, and well, we were going to make some changes, but we'll do it after this highlight. And 7-3 on aggregate, is that going to be enough? I would hope so, because I have a funny feeling this is going to be another one of those 5-4s, which we're getting used to seeing of late. We've had 6-4, 4-3 lately. Is this going to be another one? And here is Nkosi. Nkosi for Rivaldo. Rivaldo with a lovely ball over the top to Van Wyck. Van Wyck's in space, and we couldn't put it away. It was a beautiful cross. Maseko driving forward again. Maseko into space. Needs support, finds Mashego and Nkosi into the box, and that was so close to making it 5-2. It's going to be time now to go and make some changes. And so we have made our changes, and we have brought on some young players to give them some experience of playing in the Champions League. And we have young Mabena. He's come on as the shadow striker, and hopefully he'll have a very good game for the last 15-20 minutes or so. We do look very good at the moment. We do look like we should be in the final. It's still 4-2, and there is going to be another opportunity for Tunis, and they are looking to get a shot on goal. They can't. We're keeping them out at the moment, but they are definitely finishing the better team. And can we keep this out? It will be a miracle if we can keep it out. We can't keep it out. This is going to happen. It's another game that's going to finish with one of these ridiculous scorelines. And it at the moment is 4-3. We've had a 4-3, we've had a 6-4, and now we've got another 4-3. I still think there's another couple of goals left in this game. It is the most ridiculous thing I've come across. I cannot for the life of me understand what is going on at the moment, but we are still on the right side of these scorelines, and it still remains Mamelodi 4, Tunis 3. We've let them back into the game in the second half. They were totally out of it. I did expect it. Let's face it, I did call it. I did expect it. But we've managed to hold on to the win. And a win is a win. And we're in the semi-final of the Champions League. And we got the job done. That's all I could ask for. They're a very good team from Tunis. We got the job done. And I'm just looking here. The other South African team, Kaiser Chiefs, lost to Pyramids, unfortunately. And so will not be featuring in the semi-finals. And well done, boys. We've done really well. We're going to focus on the South African Cup next. I'm going to go and play the game against Golden Arrows off camera, and then we'll come back for the South African Cup quarter-final against Richard Bay. All the big teams are out of that competition now. And then we will be playing Raja from Casablanca in the Champions League semi-final in the next episode. And so I'll go and get the team ready. We'll go and play that game off camera, and then we will come back for the game against Richards Bay. Can we make it to the semi-final of the South Africa Cup as well? Let's go and kick some balls. And so to the South African FA Cup quarter-final. And the team today is Williams in goal, with Gutierrez, Daruk, Makaba and Mashego at the back, Loncha, Maseko and Van Wyck in midfield, with Nkosi, Mabena and Nikabinde up front. Nikabinde has come to me asking for a new contract, and so I told him that he could have a new contract if he scored 5 goals or more by the end of the season. He told me, very easy to do that, boss, no problem at all, and so he's going to get his chance. There's no reason now, at this stage in the season, why that boy shouldn't be playing in all of the league games and getting a chance, possibly, from the bench in the Champions League and the Cup games. And so if he can get 5 goals by the end of the season, he deserves a new contract, because playing time is at a premium at this point, and if I have got myself out of offering him a new contract, then fine. But I think he does possibly warrant a new contract. He's 19 years old and he is a very, very good prospect. And so hopefully a new contract will be coming his way. But we need to win this match, and we're not playing very well at the moment. And that was absolutely dreadful. And I'm going to tell them to focus. That was not very good. Passing was very poor. And we need to do a lot better than that. And I'm not happy with the way they're playing at the moment. We're not dominating this game. In fact, we are being dominated by a team that are not very good, and they just need to be doing a lot better. And I think what I'm going to do is push the line up, because we're just simply giving them far too much space, I think, and we need to be controlling this game a little bit better. Here's Mabema, another good young player. Maseko to Mashego. Can we get it into the box? Can we take the lead here? It would be nice, considering we're not playing very well. As Maseko looks inside for Launcher. There was too much in that for the goalkeeper. It stung his hands, and we have taken the lead. And Richards Bay 0. Sundowns 1, and against the run of play, it has to be said. But I think we're probably just a little bit too much of a team for them. Lonshar's shot was powerful along the floor, stung the goalkeeper's hands, and he could not keep it out. You'd have to look at the goalkeeper and say he should have saved that. But hey, we've gone a goal up. We'll take them however they come at this point in time. We want to win cups, we want to win trophies, and if we can win the Champions League, it will be an absolute bonus if we can do that. At the moment, though, Nikabinde is not having his greatest game. He's certainly doesn't look like he's going to be scoring those 5 goals by the end of the season, and I think we probably saved ourselves a few quid there, because he just doesn't look good enough at the moment. And here is Nkosi bringing it forward, and come on, Nikabinde, you can do this. And here's Maseko to Nkosi. Nkosi was a very good, underrated player. Van Wyk looks for Mabena. Mabena into the box. He's hit the post. Did it get deflected? I think it did. And I think Nikabinde, Jason, will be a little bit displeased with Mabena, because I rather think that he could have scored had Mabena crossed the ball. We have a corner, fizzed into the near post, comes out again to Nkosi. Highlight comes to nothing. We're just about winning this game, and we'll just about, at this rate, move to the semi-finals of the Cup. We didn't win the South Africa Cup last year. We got knocked out early. It would be nice to do it this year. We have a stronger squad this year, and we can rotate. But at the moment, we are not, and we simply do have to be better. I need to tell Nikabinde he's not been good enough. And also Nkosi and also Mbena, the 3 front players, have not been good enough. Get it together. Your new contract, Jason, depends on playing better in the second half. You have simply not been good enough, all 3 of you, and we now have Nkosi on a 6.3, Nikabinde on a 6.4, and Mabena on a 6.4. They have simply not been good enough, and I think we're going to have to take all 3 of them off very soon, because this has been poor. And we should have buried this team, and we haven't. And we're very indebted to Launcher, actually, for that long-range effort that stung the goalkeeper's hands, and somehow has put us a goal up. But the front 3, absolutely dreadful, and we could be done here. There's a chance, and we have been done, and that is because we haven't taken our chances. And mistake at the back then, and that's it. We are 1-1 now. I'm going to berate this team, because this is not good enough. And a mistake by Gutierrez, of all people. And we might as well give them the tie. If we're going to play this badly, just give them the tie. Just walk off and concede, because this has to improve. And I think I'm going to go and make some changes. And so we have made some changes. I'm also going to go attacking now. We have to win this game. This is absolutely dreadful. They've let themselves down. They've let the fans down. They've let everybody down. And we need to be 100% better than this. It's absolutely terrible. As Lonshaw, who's the only player with Mashego who's had a half-decent game, he finds April, who's just come on to replace one of those front three who were diabolical. And here is Soltov, who's come on for the right back. April into space. Can April do something? April into the box. Is that a penalty? No, it's not. Soltov, he finds a chance, and Maema has finally put us 2-1 ahead. I have a funny feeling now that should be enough. And we have redeemed ourselves, at least for now. We certainly don't want to be giving goals away. Again, I have taken Deroik off because he was having a dreadful game. Soltov, who's just come on, found Maema, and Maema turned and put it in. And finally, Maema, who's just come on, has given us the lead. And hopefully that will be that now. And we've made the changes. We have pushed the lineup. And we've taken a couple of chances. We had only one shot on target previously. And those three up front were absolutely dreadful. And hopefully now we can go on and win this football match. I'm going to go back to a more positive approach to the game now. I think probably what I'm going to do is close the game up very shortly. I don't want to be getting pulled out of position. I want us to hold our shape now. So I'm going to just change a few things. We are going to hold our shape. We're going to pull the line back a little bit, hold shape, and we are going to slow everything down and hopefully just hold on to this game now. It has been a dreadful performance against a team who are not great, and they're going to have one more chance, are they? We need to defend this properly and get the ball forward. Evidence has picked up the loose ball. He's done well. Soltav, just hold the ball. Hold the ball. That's what you are instructed to do now. Hold the ball. Pass it around. We're into time added on. You don't need to do anything daft. We just want to hold on to the ball. Maseko finds Van Wyck. Here's Evidence. Evidence looking for support. Finds April, but it's a poor pass again. Very poor pass. I'm actually going to instruct them to play very narrow now and try and close this game up. But they are coming at us, but we've intercepted, and Soltov can bring it forward. And luckily, they are not a very good team, because playing like this, we would not have won against a better team in this league. Perhaps the likes of Swallows or Kaiser Chiefs or Orlando Pirates. We would not have won. But here is Maema. Maema looking inside. Evidence is there, but he can't put it away. It's gone out for a corner. Take your time, boys. Lots of time wasting here. We don't need to do anything at this point in time. We just need to hold what we've got and do absolutely nothing. And Maema is taking his time. And I don't know if he's not going to get booked very shortly if he doesn't take the corner. But he's definitely wasting time. With just a minute left. If we can swing in and get somebody get their head on it, that would be handy. Maema into the box. It's come back out again. They are going to counter-attack. We've got far too many players up the pitch. But Makeba has done well coming back and anticipated the ball. And it is full time. It's Richards Bay 1. Sundowns 2. It is the end of the game. And we have made it into the semi-final, despite all our forwards having absolutely dreadful games. And Evidence was poor. Everybody was poor. Jason was poor. Saile is the boy in form at the moment. And so we keep marching on. And if looking at that, it's very, very impressive from this team. We now have to get ready for the 2 games in the semi-final of the Champions League against Raja Casablanca, and we will have both of those in the next episode. And that's it for this episode. If you are brand new to the channel, you like FM content, and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then you are definitely in the right place. So hit that subscribe button, click the bell, so that you will be updated when we upload future videos in the series. And don't forget, while you're doing that, drop us a like and leave a comment if you want. It's likes and comments that push the video out to people who are yet to see any of our videos. And that's it. As we come towards the business end of the season, I am very, very content. Our unbeaten record in the league is still intact. We are still in the South African Cup semi-final now, and we are in the Champions League final. Things are looking good. Can we keep it up? join us for the next episode. All that remains to be said now. Stay safe, take care. We'll see you very soon.